it doesn't cost a thing. No, it doesn't cost a thing, mama, to press those buttons up and down the line. I don't even remember my own friggin' parody. You know what I'm saying? Because I was looking at somebody's video and all of a sudden this little thing popped into my head. So I just went ahead and did it. I put it up on my It's Our Anton channel. But I don't remember the words because like literally I just got up and did it and then I went on about my business. I posted it on 2 sites. I had me some chocolate chip cookies, homemade hot chocolate chip cookies. I don't know if there's anything better as far as dessert than like warm, just baked cookies. They're so delicious. Okay, so I'm not going to be here that long. I'm thinking about 15, 20 minutes. What time is it now? Look, I can't even see without my glasses. What's going on? 9:29. So let's say about 9:45. Unless y'all are hanging out, having a good time, liking the stream and all that good stuff, I'm only going to be in here for about 15 minutes. Now, if we party and we having a good time and all that good stuff, then I'll stay longer and we can chit-chat and have an AMA and all that good stuff. But I haven't been on in a while because I wasn't feeling well. I think I had COVID, even though I was too scared to take the darn test because, you know, they had the home test and stuff like that. And I was tired. I was so tired that like I didn't want to do anything. So I was sleeping a lot. I would get up and make me some juice or make me some soup from the can. I wasn't making none, you know, from scratch. And then I would lay back down and go back to sleep. I was having so much. Now, I did manage to post every day because I had stuff in my drafts and stuff. So I would just go ahead and post those up, you know, whatever, and go about my business. But yeah, it's so funny. Like I'm so committed to social media, even though y'all don't always treat me right. And it's not even. I don't even think it's the people. I think it's the algorithms and stuff like that. You know, just not putting me in front of the right people and stuff like that. But whatever, I still have a good time, and I'll tell you why. Because when I get an idea for something, and this happened, with the parody, but with something else, I forget what it was, but I saw something. Oh yeah, it was please relax your butthole or something like that, you know? I was like, as soon as it hit me, and I was like, oh, I could do this. You know, because it was a sound and you had lip sync, but I was thinking of like how I was going to do it. So I pulled out my yoga mat, been doing my yoga regularly, pulled out my yoga mat and all that good stuff. And I was laughing so hard the whole time. I was like setting the scene, getting things together, thinking about what I was going to do different from the original poster and all this stuff, you know, and I was just laughing. I had such a good time making the video that anything else that happened didn't matter. I mean, literally, I would want it to blow up. I would want it to get, you know, thousands of views and hundreds of thousands of views. But like, it didn't. And I'm still so happy that I did it because it was so much fun. No, I am not Snoop Dogg. I'm more left-leaning. Fantastic. This is just a robe. You know, I'm here for the day. I got this from Saks Fifth Avenue. But if you think it's okay, you know, it's just a robe. From New Zealand, bro. Hey, New Zealand, what's going on in the house? Snoop Dogg's son. I think me and Snoop Dogg are probably about the same age, actually. Cat Williams. You know what? Today, somebody was like, you look like Stefan Murray, did he say? I forgot who he said. But it was one of like the basketball players. But then he was like, but you sound like Cat Williams. And I was like, really? What's going on? Zzz. Malcolm X younger brother. Okay, I could take that. Y'all, is it New Zealand in the house right now? New Zealand's in the house. I said New Zealand's in the house. Anthony Oliveri Gant, say hi. Somebody did something they ain't supposed to do. Because it took you out. Should I take blessings from my pastor before I visit hookers for protection against... I don't... People be so funny on here. At least they think they are. But I get a kick out of y'all. Yes, you should take blessings and you should also take some condoms. Okay? Say hi. I'm about to order Chick-fil-A. I have never had Chick-fil-A. Never, ever, ever had Chick-fil-A. Latrell Sprewell. See, I don't even know some of these people y'all be calling out. Yes, we both black. That's probably the only thing that's like, hi, I'm new. Hey, Ben, are you new to YouTube or are you new to me? What the guan? What the guan? So good to see you. I got 36 people in here. I should have like 36 thumbs up. Thank you so much for stopping through. Yes, free Palestine. Prison made me bi. Listen, if you were in prison and you weren't already bi and then you decided you was going to be bi because you were in prison, then you already bi. You have bi tendencies. You know, sexuality is a spectrum. And there are very, very, very few people out of the 8 billion in the world who are 100% straight or 100% not straight. Okay, let's put it like that. So most of us are somewhere in between and within the right circumstances, whether it be like, oh, I had too much to drink, or, oh, that's my good buddy, I just gave him a little handy, or I'm so horny right now and there's no girls around. You know, there's always some reason. I remember when I was, when I was young in my formative years, I never thought of anybody as straight or gay. You know, they were just people. And if you're attracted to somebody, you let them know. If they're not interested, then okay, fine. Now, this was in the 80s. This was before the whole big boom. Now, this is the 80, 85, 86, 87 when I was in high school. And let me tell you the number of people. And, you know, again, it's high school. People are young. They are experimenting. So there were a lot of people, a lot of guys and girls, but a lot of guys who were just like, "Ooh, let's do something." Like, you know, they trying to kind of get off. Let's do a little, let's do a little shaking it up. You know, let's do a little watching each other. Let's do a little touching each other. Let's do a little licking or whatever. You know, so it was a lot of stuff going on. And I have a feeling that there's a lot of stuff still going on these days, but people just don't want to talk about it. You know, or they don't want to be seen as, you know, being that way. But you're not. You're just experimenting. Listen, Lee, I thought you're definitely gay. Yeah, I mean, I am. Ain't no doubt about that. No doubt about that, my brother. And since I've been a teenager, I've not worried about it. I dated males, I've dated females. I've slept with males and females, and had little flirtations with a few others that are in between male and female. But yeah, I know what I like. I know what interests me. I know what turns me on. I be trying to view these messages. Gotta go get some lotion. Oh no, you need some baby oil, baby. Jeffrey, get you some baby oil. We ain't learned nothing from Diddy. Diddy told you to get you some baby oil. Hey, I'm having trouble in school. Can you give me some motivation? I think part of the problem with school, Danielle, if you're still here, is that you have to learn how you absorb things best, right? I learned when I was in school, as long as I read the material that they gave us, participated in class, and did my homework, I had no problems. No problems, like A's and B's all the way through. So you have to learn what motivates you and what gets you going and how you learn. Do you learn visually? Do you learn from what the teacher talking to you? Do you learn from whatever you learn from? That's where you need to focus. So like when you're in class and everybody's talking and stuff like that, if you need to focus on the teacher in order to, and then have some interaction, ask some pointed questions, then do that. You know, if you don't need that, if you just need to make sure that you read your material and do your homework and then you got it, then make sure that you do that all the time. And you will start to see like doors open up. Learning is, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. I am 56 years old. And learning is one of the most amazing, learning something new is one of the most amazing things in the world. Because when you learn one thing, it morphs into other things. You know, when I learned, let's say, I don't know what I learned lately. What did I learn? Okay, I started writing poetry. You know, and I always written little pieces of things here and there. But when I started writing poetry, it opened up a whole nother world of just vocabulary for me. So I also write short stories. So it added more more something, more depth to my short stories. Um, so like you learn one thing and it bleeds over into other things. So you need to find what motivates you, how you learn, and then you need to do that. A good teacher will get it. They will find it. They will figure out, and then, but a lot of teachers aren't great. They're out there, they're doing as best they can. They learned and they teach everybody in the exact same way. I'm probably behind in comments and stuff because I'm not used to people coming in so fast. That's right. You do you. Whatever you do, that's your business. I'm not worried about, thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate it. Thank you for the hearts. I'm not worried about what somebody else does. It does not change my life. It does not put money in my pocket. It does not get me a job. It does not put clothes on my back or food in my refrigerator. So why am I worried about what somebody else is doing? The only time I am really interested in if somebody is straight or gay is if I'm interested in them, if I'm attracted to them. Then I'm trying to spit my game or whatever. And if they're like, oh, I'm not into that, or I've never done that, or I don't know, brother, I'm not, okay, then we got some conversation going on. Do you like or don't you like? What do you like? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Some people don't even listen. Even at my age, some people don't know what they like. I dated somebody a few years ago, 40 years old. Still didn't know what they like. Never been in a relationship. Hey, I'm new. What's up? I'm not West Indian. I am American, born and raised. Good morning. Where are you this morning? It's 9:39 p.m. here. Are you gay? Why is that always a question? Yes, I am. I just answer. Can I experiment with my dog? No, you cannot. And that depends on what experiment you're talking about. But anything besides petting, no. 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 Okay? Straight up no. Raider Nation. There's only one nation, brother. Raider Nation. I don't know what that means. Love from India. Hey, India in the house. India's in the house. We got Australia in the house. Is Nepal in the house? I don't know. I've been to India. I actually went to see the Taj Mahal. We're old friends. So I was in Delhi and then in Agra for a week. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful trip. I actually found me a little party, a little underground party while I was there. Oh, Lord. And it was crazy. The number of people who put their hands down my pants. Wow, Lord. Wait. Whoa. Okay. The Skynet is coming. Judgment Day is upon us. Hallelujah for that. Destroy the data centers. Okay. Let me see. Got it. Potentially inappropriate. I want to see the inappropriate stuff. Leave me alone. My lover gave me a brutal hickey. Aww. That used to happen when I was young. Let me tell you what I used to do when I was young to my paramours. I always, how people they're really into the nipple thing and stuff like that. So I swear to you, when somebody was into the nipple thing, I would end up biting their nipples, like little by little, like over the session while we were playing or whatever. I'd be biting their nipples until they was so sore that the next day they would still be thinking about me every time their nipples brushed up against their shirt. And I used to love when people would tell me that, oh my God, I still feel that. And because my nipples aren't that sensitive. So, I'm not crazy. Hi, crack addict. I am addicted to nothing but joy. Joy, love, and happiness. Music is my real addiction. Music and storytelling. Got it. Why you keep I want to see these. Thanks for leaving my booty cheeks sore this morning, stud. My wife never noticed. Of course the wife wouldn't notice. What's she doing back there? She ain't playing with that. And you wouldn't be the first married man that I left sore. Hello, how you doing? You low-key fine. Oh, I appreciate that, Douglas. He definitely can. What does that mean? It's not rape if the dog's tail wagging. Don't do that. We don't do that in here. That's not nice. That's not even funny. Okay? But seeing others also gives motivation. Yeah, seeing others can motivate you, but not a lot of people are motivated by that, especially when they're really young in school and struggling to grasp the material in so many different things. You know, when you walk into a classroom and say you're good at it, that gives you a lot of motivation because you're understanding it, you're on top of it. But then you said, let's say you walk into the next period and it's something like chemistry that you're terrible at, that brings you down and it doesn't transfer. You know, what you try to do as a teacher, and I know a lot of teachers, I've dated a few, but what you try to do as a teacher is you try to get that motivation to transfer over to all of the subjects. We're not going to need everything that we take in school. But what school tries to give you is a basic liberal arts education so that you know a little bit about a lot of things and you can find your place, your passion, what really drives you, and hopefully you can make that your profession. When I was young, I started singing in school, not in school, in church. So I knew very, very young. My dad was a singer. My aunties were ministers. My grandmother was a minister and a pastor. So like when I was really young, I knew I wanted to sing. But at first, I wasn't sure if that's something that I would be able to do. But as I got older and I was singing more often and I was in choir in school and then I went to performing arts high school, I started realizing that, yes, this is something that I can make a living at it. My father does it already and he's still doing it. So like, why can't I? And he didn't even have any formal training. I went to high school and college for music. But one good thing about music, when you're studying music or you're studying instruments or you're studying your voice, you learn that things just don't come always naturally. You have to work at them. You have to work them daily, over and over and over. We do vocal exercises. I still do vocal exercises almost every day. And definitely, you know, to the run up to a performance. I have a performance coming up in Pennsylvania on Saturday, right? So I have to drive down to Pennsylvania. But I started preparing like Sunday, Monday. You know, I started doing my yoga regularly. I started working out on my vocals every day, doing a vocal warm-up. I started reading through music that I haven't sung in a while. I've sung through a few songs. You know, I might sing a song or two here, but they usually copyright me when I sing on here. So I be trying not to. Even when I sing my original material, it gets copyrighted. I'm like, what the heck? What's going on? But yeah, we talk about motivation. And a lot of young people don't know how to motivate themselves. You know, or they're motivated in one class because they love this class, but then nothing else kind of resonates for them. And that's the hard part of it. All these different things going on, and you can't master them all at once. You know, you have to take what you're good at and try to transfer that into other things. It's hard to learn that when you're young, though. You know, especially in this day and age with social media, and you think, oh my God, so-and-so is so great at and you think they're great at everything. They're not. They're good at what they do. They might have a few other things that they're good at. But what you will notice is a lot of musicians, people who are musicians, you know, who are singers, who have taken instruments, who are actors, who are creative people, are usually good at a lot of different things. So they're usually good at the comedy, they're good at the performing, they're good in front of the camera, they do, you know, they speak well, you know, to do these different skits and stuff like that. You know, it's just, but that's because you're a communicator and you try to do things in order to communicate with people. So it helps out a lot with everything that you do. It's not something important for me. I mean, my friends knew about my sexual preferences after a long time. Yeah, my friends kind of knew. I don't know when. I don't know. Well, I think when I had figured it out, I was starting at a new school, which was the School of Arts. And so I think people just knew. I don't know. I just think people just knew. And those who didn't know were curious. Soggy Biscuits, pretty fun game to play. I never heard of it. Great energy, Robert. Thank you so much, Ty. Damn, bro, what them glasses? You can see Pluto up close. That's funny, because these are just reading glasses. And these are just a 250, I think. I had 20/20. I still have 20, really good vision. Okay, let me say that. But like when it comes to very small stuff, I was about 48 when I went to I have my yearly checkup for my eyes, and like I read the chart, boom, boom, perfect, 2020. But then I was like, so why can't I see? And she was like, what are you talking about? And I told her about my reading problem, and she's like, oh, how old are you? And then she's like, oh, you probably just need some reading glasses. And she was right. I just need some reading glasses. So I started out at 100. These are 250. Look, I can read something on my door over there and up there and all that. But I can, these little bitty things on here, I can barely see them. I can barely see them. Go lay your raggedy bye-bye down. I am. You know what? I have to stay up tonight until midnight or a little after midnight because new music is coming out. Again, I'm a musician. I sing with bands and stuff like that. So I'm always trying to find new music that's good for my voice so that I can then recommend it to the bands that I work with. They want me to do stuff like The Door and Lose Control and Can't Stop the Feeling and Bruno Mars. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I got a gig on November 1st. She wants to do Die with a Smile, Bruno Mars. And I'm like, if we can take it down a few keys, because that's too high for me. I can't do that up there. No, I don't sing like that. Like, they always want to do this really high stuff. Hi, Argentina. How you doing? What's going on? I've been to Buenos Aires many, many years ago. I have done it too. Should be. Okay, we can't. What's up? What's up, Aiden? How you doing? If you're still here, what's going on? I think we should treat gay people the same we treat straight people because honestly, they're both normal, no exceptions. It shouldn't be a shock or criminalized. And I agree with you. I think we should treat people, no matter who they are, with respect and dignity and allow them to live their lives in the way they see fit, as long as they're not hurting anybody else. You know, if you're not hurting anybody else, you're just enjoying your life and going about your business, then why should people worry? We got all these people who are trying to legislate morals and stuff like that. And then you turn around and find out that they doing kitty porn and diddling little boys and girls and all kind of crazy stuff. And it's like, yeah, Peep poop party. I'm not saying, I can't say that on here, I get blocked. You old that girl, I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing. She makes me feel alright. She makes my heart sing. And when I'm feeling low, she makes my love come down. I can't remember the rest of it. Okay. You probably too young to even know anything about that. You know anything about that, Dirty D? You're hot, not gonna lie. Oh, thank you very much, Douglas Bruce. I appreciate that. Some people do find me hot, and I think it's those who like someone with a little more ethnic features. I have always thought I was hot. Ow! You know, young. When I was young, it's so funny. Even though some people, you know, because they make fun of my nose. You know, I got a nice big old wide nose, which I got from my dad. And big lips, you know, and all that good stuff. And even though I would get like, if you get into like a little dirty dozens, a little your mama, whatever, with people, you know, throwing back jokes back and forth, that's always the go-to for people. Oh, your nose so big, blah, 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 blah. You know, but for some reason, I always thought that I was an attractive young man. You know, I always did. And nobody could tell me no different. So when they say Delulu, baby, I was Delulu, but a lot of people agreed. And let me tell you, male and female, I've had my share of both. So I consider eating a whole box of hamsters. Do not eat hamsters if they're alive. Love the energy. Thank you so much, Nelson. Make sure to go check. Listen, y'all make sure to go check out my videos. I've been posting mostly on shorts. I do skits. I sing. I do parodies. So make sure to check it out and tell me that you were here in the live. Say, I found you from the live or whatever, so that I know you were here with me. I'm singing off. You ain't even got to ask me to sing because, like, if I'm looking at something and it reminds me of something, I'll end up singing something. So I hope you just heard Mary Jane. First class sidewalk, sissy, go lay down, go. It's so funny because people throw around like different like derogatory or what they believe are derogatory names, right? You know, you, and I'm like, even when I'm in person with people, And they do that. I'm like, and like you call me something that I am, even though you're using a derogatory name, and I'm supposed to be what? Upset? I'm supposed to get indignant? Like why? I call my friends that all the time. I call people that I'm cool with that all the time. So why should it make me a difference? Like really? Y'all are listening. Y'all funny. And it's just I know you're trying to get my attention. So Betcher is like a collapsed mind shape. No, actually, because I'm a top. But where your teeth at? Where your top teeth are right there. I do have an overbite, dog. And it's gotten worse. Let me tell you. It has gotten worse over the years because they wanted to take out all of my wisdom teeth, right? And I said, you know what? As long as ain't nothing going wrong with them, why are you going to take them out? Are you paying for it? I'm not paying for that. And don't you tell me, like 6 months later, this back tooth, wisdom tooth, I had to get it taken out because it was bothering me so much. And then I had to have a root canal over here, and I had like what do you call it, a crown, and it has changed my bite. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm not myself. Ooh, in my 50s, I'm like, I'm a new me. Where your teeth at? Okay, I didn't know Paramore meant lover until now. Oh, well, good. You learned a little something. I am a Scrabble champion. I haven't played in a decade, but I used to be. I've won a few Scrabble championships, and I am a writer. I'm a singer-songwriter, actor, author, poet. I've been published in everything except for poetry. I haven't had any of my poetry published besides on my blogs yet. But I am submitting. I've been turned down 2 or 3 times. I've been rejected. I've gotten a few rejection letters so far. But they say listen, you usually get a few hundred rejection letters. And I hope not. Hopefully it'll be a few dozen and then they'll get me. Hopefully my next time it'll be straight. But we'll see. You're cool. Thank you, Frank. I try to be. Are you gay or straight? I don't know. Try to figure that out. Hi, Lily Pad. I'm joking. You're funny. Yes, I am funny. I'm funny. Yeah. Do you like funk? I love funk music. You're funny, Unc. Thank you so very much. You know, that's one of my favorite things I do. I think I'm funny, right? But I'm not like stand-up comedy funny. I'm kind of like funny within a group. So like when I'm playing cards, because I play cards, that's one of my hobbies. I play spades, I play bidwist, I play bridge. And usually you're talking crap when you're talking, except for bridge. Usually you're not talking crap in bridge. But when in spades and bidwist, you're talking a lot of mess. And that's where I'm like, I think I'm at my funniest, you know, messing with people and talking about people and being sarcastic. So I be having sarcastic comebacks and stuff. People be laughing. I had a whole room laughing sometimes. Good morning from Pakistan. Hey, Pakistan, what's going on? How you doing? I'm surprised. It's morning, like good morning, and you slept the night away. It happened. Now we can't turn back the hands of time. Oh no, no, no. Mothership connection. I remember something, but I can't think of what the song is. Come along and on a fantastic voyage. Sidewalk sissy, what's up? I ain't gay, but $20 is $20. You know what I'm saying? You so wrong for that. $20 is $20. I don't pay the boys. I just do not. Salim, run home. Your mama cooking curry. Curry, you say. I am gay and I do everything for free. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I do everything for free. And I know people, like I said, as you get older, people are always like, oh, you know, the boys are just going to want money from you and stuff like that. But let me tell you, I work too hard for my money. Like when I got to do this gig on Saturday, I got to drive 2.5 hours each way and then do the gig, 4-hour gig. Like, that's working too hard for my money. I'm doing what I love. You know, I'm singing with a live band, live music and all that good stuff. But like, the hard part is driving back and forth and prepared and getting ready and I ain't giving nobody my money. And I'm thinking about making a video about this, but I'm not like, I don't like to make these type of videos. But like, New York is just so full of opportunities to do things, to hook up, to link, even outside of the apps. There's cinemas, adult cinemas, there's bookstores, there's bathhouses, there's cruising areas, there's parks, there's all kind of stuff. And literally, I meet guys everywhere on the trains, at the library, just walking down the street in Chelsea, the Village, Hell's Kitchen, Harlem, Washington Heights, everywhere. I just meet them all over the place. So, like, why would I pay? And if I was going to pay anything, I would pay to go to a party where people do that kind of thing and, then get with people who are attracted to who I am. I don't want to pay somebody. I know people who pay people and they generally aren't happy. They aren't happy about it afterwards. They're like, oh, they didn't do what I wanted and all that good stuff. It's like, well, it was your money. If you didn't get your money's worth, that's your fault. Gays are being used. What are we being used for? The intelligent man on here. Oh, well, thank you very much, Will Colbert. I try my best. $20 will get you the night of your life. You better work. Where you live? I'm in New York. I don't think it'll get you the night of your life. I really do not. But again, I don't do those things. So I'm too demure for that. Your name is Cheese. I wouldn't doubt it. My name is Cheese because I'm cheesing all the time. Oh, a musician. Makes sense, right? Really? Connor, hello. Brian Gonzalez, fine. $15. No, thank you. The funny thing is, I've had people who are call themselves hustlers who want to do something for free, and I still turn them down. I'm like, no, because, it might be good or you might be interested, but like, this is what you do for a living. Like, do you want to have fun or are you going to ask me for money afterwards? Like, no, thank you. I'm good. There's more than enough fish in the sea. And and I'm lucky. I know I'm lucky. I'm in New York City. So it's everywhere. Everywhere. And even without the apps are something else too. But like, even without the apps, there's a walk. They play basketball and stuff over here. It's a little like park that they set up that's not too far from my house, right? And if you go over in that park when the sun starts going down, guys are walking around checking each other out, and you can meet people. I have met 2 or 3 over my 20-something years here, so it's not a lot, but I have. I'm a drummer, and I play I don't know, the everyday 20 plus years. Right. Yeah. You're talking about, playing, practicing every day. Yeah. Cause you have to keep on top of your craft. Singing down now see, let me tell you, you might sing on it and you might hum on it. It's better to hum on it, but not necessarily sing on it, because if you're trying to sing on it, you're blah, 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 blah. You're not taking in. You're pushing out. So you want to, somebody used to say, sing happy birthday. I'm not into that, but okay. You would sell your soul for less. No, never. I play the violin and guitar. Okay, we got talented folks up here. I love talented people. I love you, love you, love you. And that's the problem with the gays. What's the problem? That it's all over the place? Let me tell you, if straight people could do the same thing, they would. I have been to many, many straight bars quite often. And if a guy can get a girl to go home with him that night, if he can get her to go into the bathroom stall with him, he would. But women aren't taught to do that. Women are taught to, keep it demure, keep it cute, keep the legs closed. Men ain't taught that. Men are generally taught, young men, young guys are generally taught to get as much as you can. So imagine if you got this guy that was taught to get as much as he can, and this guy who was taught to get as much as he can. They ain't standing on ceremony. They go on and doing what they got to do and go about their business. Going about their business. And things do come out of it. I believe every relationship that I've had has started with a one-night stand. And my longest relationship is 7 years. So, and we actually hooked up online and met at his office, fooled around, and then we started hanging out together and blah, blah, blah. The rest is history. Can you blow my back? I could, but I don't know you. Like we gotta be, compatible. I still can't type apparently. Okay, let me tell you. It's so many things y'all bringing up that I'm gonna have to look back at this because I'm getting a few video ideas right here. Because when I'm typing, I will be typing, looking at the keyboard, typing, and then I'll look at the darn key, and I'm like, what the? And God forbid I didn't push send already. Cause like either it has changed my words or I didn't think I had fat fingers. But apparently I do because I'm typing and instead of hitting the I, I'm hitting the O. Instead of hitting the P, I'm hitting the U. And I'm like, what? And I'm looking at the keyboard. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Gang, I'm out. Good luck with your UIT. Thank you so much. I don't mind the troll. Trolls, you keep me interested and activated. I sold my soul for sunflower seeds. That's a good song. You should write that one. I'm in the rhythm section, but I can't dance. Oh, that's funny. Brian, the type of man that wouldn't save his own. What's this? Eat me. Oh, Lord. Jesus. Hey, we all kind of stuff going on. It's like you doing like a grind. Now, when are they blocking your stuff up in here? Luckily, I read all that stuff because let me tell you, I would never know you saying such nasty stuff. The nasty. I'm too demure for all that. Do you like guitar? I love guitars. I wish. I have my little keyboard over here, right? And I play well enough to like learn music and stuff like that. I don't really play well enough to go out. I've been kind of practicing to like be able to go out and play at functions and stuff like that. But I'm not there. And and like I was practicing for a good 2 months at one time and I was doing it online. But then I wasn't feeling well, and then I stopped, and then the gigs started coming up, and I wasn't doing it as often, and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. I also wanted to pick up the ukulele, but I don't know if I'm into doing that. There's always time. I'm only 56. There's 30, 40 years to go. Hope you're having a great day. I have had a beautiful day. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, Anthony Gamboa. To my kids, it's great to do a lot of things outside of school. So even if you have a hard day at school, you know that you have confidence to do great things in your other areas. Yes, this is true. And hopefully those things can transfer into school somehow eventually. Babying people makes gay children. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because we got military fathers who have done nothing but drill their kids all their life and they're still gay. Nobody really knows what makes someone gay straight. But again, sexuality is a spectrum. We have been taught in the last 100 to 300 years, one way of living. But ancient cultures had names for different genres, for different genders. Here, Native Americans had two-spirit people, who were which would be now trans people or gay people. Samoans had names. African tribes had names. It's nothing new. It's life. Like go home and do cocaine. Ooh, I would not do no. Ooh, y'all so nasty. I would never do those kind of things. Yeah, I know people who do, but I ain't got nothing against it. But it's not for me. I don't mind this guy being gay. He seems chill and seems intelligent. Well, thank you very much. Why would you mind somebody being hey, what's going on, Weimer? Why would you mind somebody being gay? I don't mind somebody being straight. Like, that ain't my business. I don't care. Even if they sexy as fuck and I be checking them out and then they don't want me and then I'll be like, I just saw you, Weimer, because this is slow. I'm slow right now. What will you do if you have $1 million? The first thing I would do is start me a little trust fund, probably with half of it, put it in the trust fund. Because I be thinking about that, because I play the lotto and stuff when it gets over 100 million. And I think, what would I do? I would probably get me an accountant first, start me a little trust fund with like half of my money, put it away, in whatever CDs or blah, 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 and the other, so that it could not be touched for 5, 10 years. Then the money that I have after that, I would probably travel a little bit. I'd buy things that I want. I would help my family with things. My niece actually is doing hair at home, and I would see if she wanted to be certified, if she wanted to own her own, company, and maybe I would back her having a hair salon or something. I got things that I could do. You know what I'm saying? I would probably start me a little band and go into the studio, and make a bunch of music, just all of the music that I haven't made over the years, and put that out. And it's just about having done. I actually have 2 EPs and 2 LPs out all over the internet, all over major and minor download services through CD Baby. So you can find my music: Robert Anton Insane, Bigger Than Me, The Joy Never Ends, Let It Loose, Like Breath to Me. I've got Dancing All Night. I've got so many songs: R&B, contemporary Christian, house music, gospel house. So I would probably do that. And I would do a lot of travel. I love to travel. I've been to, so far, 5 continents, about 30 countries, a few hundred cities. So I would do some more traveling. I just don't like when the gays try to influence our children. Well, this is what people say, right? And I think to like when I was young, and again, I was young in the 80s, in the early 80s. And nobody influenced me. How did they? I had no gay influences around me. When I figured it out, I had none. I just knew that I was attracted to guys. And with all the straight culture that I saw, it didn't necessarily influence me. We don't influence people. If a young person is on that spectrum, again, with sexuality being a spectrum, if a young person is already on that spectrum, seeing somebody who is like them or who is living out their lives authentically and happily just gives them that strength to be like, this is who I am. Young people are going to experiment and explore. So if they are allowed, they're probably going to rub up with their little girlfriends, and they're going to rub up with their little boyfriends. They're going to have, guys are going to have a little circle jerk. Girls might play with each other a little bit on the sleepover or whatnot. And that does not define their sexuality. That just starts getting them to learn their bodies, what they like, what they enjoy, and what they're attracted to. If you try to suppress those things, that's when you have the problem. That's when you have people who are dating one sex, type, when they're actually attracted to somebody else, and causing problems. When you have men getting married but being on the down low, and they're fooling around, behind their spouse's back, and they're having kids, and then all kind of stuff when it blows up in their face and destroys families and all. This is the problem. So I worry about that. I don't have children, so I say raise your children, the best you can, because I know everybody is just trying to figure it out. Nobody has a book how to do it. You get the first kid and you think that you got it all together, and then the next kid is totally different. Totally different, and you're like, this wasn't part of the program. We're all humans. We all have a soul. We all have a history. And we just have to be cognizant of that fact. That's all I got to say about that, about the influence and stuff. Say hi, Rob. I already said hi. Nice voice. Thank you very much. Say hi. Hi, Lacey. Some of y'all probably left already. Man got one compliment. Oh, Lord. Yes, Lord. Who will win the Super Bowl? I have no idea. I don't even know who's going to be in the Super Bowl, because I don't really watch football. And let me tell you, as a youngster, I'm having cookies. Chocolate chip cookies that I made in the oven. I didn't make these from scratch, though, but they're Toll House. But I grew up, I'm a middle child of 3 boys, right? So I played all sports when I was young, even though I was, I figured it out when I was 15, 16. But I played all sports. So we played everything. And my grandmother, in front of her house, there was a big open field. So we used to play football, baseball, basketball. We played kickball. We played every kind of ball you can think of. We played hide and go seek, hide and go get it. We were running wild, We just had to be home when the street lights came on. You got to come in the house and the street lights come on. That was it. That was the only stipulation. So we played everything. But I never really got into following football, baseball, basketball, and because I'm a musician. So like, I follow more music than anything else, and I play cards, which is my leisure time thing. This is how you know he's only here for his own self gain. Who are you talking about? Completely strewed by people's opinions. I don't understand that. You look like that rock star. Hey, come on now. Hey. Which one? Lenny Kravitz? I just ate some gas station lobster and now I can't bend my elbows. My arms are just stuck straight. I think you better go to the emergency room. Are you in jail? Did this look like jail? This look like jail. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Oh, Pakistan, Daddy, India. Hey, what's up, Pakistan? Who this? Tommy Black saying, you ever give a rim? Yes, I have. More than once. Said, hey, I'm not making fun of your name, but Aditya Mishra. What's up? You ever give a? But I see you asked that before. I didn't answer that. Can you shout out my cousin Dixon Myas, please? Hey, Dixon Myas. I just got it. That's pretty good. I'm gonna have to use that one when I be in somebody's chat. I hope you got a laugh out of it. Love from India. Love you too, India. Say hi, Auckland. From Auckland, New Zealand. New Zealand in the house. Hey, black man, what's up? Hey, Shiva, what's up? Hi, how you doing? Y'all are in here tonight. Oh, my goodness. Do you have oh, Lord. Yeah, it's a very nice size. Some would say it's big, but ever been to the UK? I have been to London. Is that in the UK? I was there for about 4 or 5 days, and it was dreary. But I did take the double-decker bus, and I went to Buckingham Palace, and I went to, what's the gay area? What's the gay area? I went to that area. I went to some clubs and stuff. Cena mi negro. Well, I'm eating. Is that Cena? Is that eating? Okay, here we go. I live in a small town in Wisconsin and used to bartend with this gay dude to this day. The funnest party I've ever been to was a gay Halloween party. That was my first time hanging out with the gays. The gays are fun. I'm telling you, they are. Ain't no doubt about that. They know how to have a good time. Don't get it twisted. They don't know how to fight, too. Because the number of clubs that I go to where folks be fighting, gay club, ooh, I be like, y'all need to settle down. Y'all just need to be fighting. Fist fighting. Bam, 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 bam. They don't play. Let me tell you, you got to be ready to fight. If you're talking to people, you mouthing off at people, you got to know how to fight. Or at least how to defend yourself. I officiated their wedding 6 years ago. Who that? Who that wedding? I missed the thread. Brush that hair, homie. Look like a bunch of spiders having a meeting up there. That's how it's supposed to look. That's how it's supposed to look. Like Medusa. I was thinking about taking my hair down and putting it back up for my gig, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna leave it just like it is. Because it's lived in right now. And the thing is, the back took me forever. Because I was trying to do like really small because I want to see how it would look. And I do my own hair. So I was trying to see how it looks and stuff. And it feels so good. So I'm leaving it just like it is. I'm thinking about just like doing, like maybe retwisting these two little, but I'm probably not going to. I'm probably going to leave it just like it is and just let it do what it's got to do. Because, on your hair journey, if you're doing your natural hair, and you're doing like twists and all that kind of stuff, if you're doing dreads, there are times when it looks fabulous and there are times when it just looks regular degular. And you just have to roll with it because it's hair. It's hair. It's a protection for the head. So, okay. Anyway, it's hot in here. Where my fan at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them? Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. My whole family. I grew up in church because my grandmother started her own little storefront church. She was a minister, pastor for many, many years until she died. My aunt was a minister. My dad is a minister, and all singers also. Can you say Okay, what did that mean? I said hi. Can you say excuse me. Ukulele is so hard. I don't know. I mean, I have a friend who has one, and we were playing cards, and like when we were like not on the table, we were waiting for our next. He taught me a few chords and stuff like that. And I don't think it would be hard. Might be, I don't know. For some reason, I don't think it would be harder than piano. Because my hands, they won't go two ways at one time. And they never, even when I was younger taking piano, I always had a problem with that. Trying to get my hands to do two things at one time. You look 42. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Who's straight? Get out. Get out. No. I'm Pan. Are you now? Okay. What's going on? It's my birthday. Happy birthday to you. I actually have a happy birthday video on here for you. So make sure and go and check it out. Because I like to sing happy birthday to folks. Happy birthday to you. Are we cool again? Who is this? Who this? I cannot scream as loud as I can because I got neighbors. Not sure he reads his chat. I do, but it's taking me a minute to get through here because y'all are cutting up buckets of, ooh, you so nasty, Wyatt. Would you drink that, Wyatt? Hi, don't worry about the trolls. I never worry about the trolls, baby. I don't care. Like, they just add into the mystique. You know what I'm saying? They fill up the room and talk their crap, and I talk crap right back. I don't care. Let me tell you, I have been on social media for over 20-something years. So, and I got here on YouTube. My account, I started in 2007. Of course, I started in 2006. In November 2006, I posted my first video. So then my account got shut down like in, summer of 2007. And so I started this account in fall of 2007. I have been on here a long, 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 long time. So I'm used to the trolls. I'm used to all that good. I don't care. It don't make no difference. I'm on here to do what I want to do. What time is it for you? It's 3 a.m. for me. Where is it 3 a.m. at? Right now it is 10:20 p.m. in New York City, New York East Coast time. You're so pretty. Oh, thank you so much, Cherry. I appreciate that. I am kind of handsome, right? Hey, handsome. Listen, I'm convinced. I don't care what nobody say. I think I am an attractive brother. Soho, Soho, so low. Soho, why are you saying Soho? Jesus is the way and the truth and the life. How earth is old according Bible. I don't understand that. Gay self. With your gay self. Hi, Camille. How earth. You gotta say that better because I don't know what you're talking about. Do you whistle when you walk? Yes, sometimes I do whistle when I walk. Or I hum a lot. Very, very fruity. Say hi. Say hi. I love all. Hey, it's the Black Jeebus. Yes, it is. How you doing? Hi. I'm finally to the bottom of my comments. Lord Jesus, how many of y'all bottoms? Okay, man. Tintron, I just stumbled on here. Well, thank you for falling through. Okay. Stumbled and fell right on up in here, you did. Jesus loves you. Yeah, Jesus loves you. Yeah, they've been saying he coming back for a long. They've been saying he been coming back since like 600. So I wouldn't hold my breath. But when he does come back, y'all, a lot of folks gonna be surprised. A lot of folks. You like my dreads? Thank you. I don't have dreads. I actually have twists, so I just take these out and put them back up. I tried the starter dreads twice last year, and I'm sure they do have versatility once they like gel and they're really, but I'll be wanting to take my hair down and, wash it and condition and then put it up in a different style. And so that doesn't really work with dreads for me. For me, you know. Still looks good. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It feels good. It feels so good. I know when I'm singing and stuff like that, the band behind me, I know when I do something like this, baby, I don't even like, what the heck is he doing? But I get such a jolt of, it must be those endorphins and stuff, but I get such a jolt of positive energy when my hair swings. Oh my God, especially when I'm not like doing it on purpose, when it just happens. Oh, let me tell you. No, I'm not. Let me tell you. It's just, it's such an amazing feeling. And when I was young, when I was in, well, young, I was in high school, I had a California curl. So I had long hair, you know, down here, you know, and it had the drippy wet curl, which was nice. But like when I went to college, I cut that all off and everything. And I just had really short hair. And I pretty much had it that way, you know, except for now and then I would get something done where it'd be a little longer. But I pretty much had it that way for like 30 years. So having this done, it just feels so good and so different and so new. Bro is my spirit animal. Well, hello, spirit brother. Hell, you made me lose some of my darn cookie. And so if he is, don't argue with these folks. We don't care. Why y'all talking about the man being gaped, gay ass? Leave this man alone. That's so funny. But if y'all are worried, no, I'm not gaped. And if I was, I would definitely tell you. The funny thing, about my community is if you really want to know, they will let you know. So there are those who are hiding and stuff like that. But I think once someone comes out of hiding, out of the closet, and they're just being upfront and real with the people around them, no matter who they are, no matter what they think, I think it's such a weight off your shoulders that you're just very, very honest and open, sometimes too honest and open about what you do and what you go through but it's because holding that stuff in that you held in for so long. I've never been in a closet, so I don't know for sure. Okay. I was never, I don't know how to put it. I never had to be in the closet, you know? So even though I grew up in like a rough neighborhood, in like a gang neighborhood, my older brother was one of the gang leaders in one of them. But I never felt the need, and maybe I just didn't know any better, or maybe it's just I've been through a lot in my lifetime. Okay, so that's how I explain it to most people. My mom was killed when I was 12 years old, right? So it taught me, if nothing else, that you don't know how long you're going to be around. She was 30, you know. You don't know how long you're going to be here. And so you have to live your life authentically. You have to live your life for yourself. You have to live your life being, one, the best person you can be, but also going for the things that you want, going for the things that you feel like you need out of life to make you happy. And thank you for the likes. I really appreciate it. So I think I learned that very, very young through that tragedy. And so I didn't care. When I figured out who I was, or when I started exploring, because it wasn't that I just turned around and said, oh, I'm gay, blah, blah. You know, I was attracted to females. I still am. I was attracted to males. So I was dating whoever, you know, whoever was clever, whoever was interested, whoever I was into. If I was interested in you and you was interested in me, then let's talk. Let's hang out. Let's have a good time. You know what I'm saying? And if we have some experiences together and stuff like that, then that's fine too. But then as over time, as I went through college and had dated a number of people and I'd been in some relationships, I realized that my strongest kinship and attraction were to people of the same gender. Yeah. And so that's how I decided that who I am and who I want to be. But um, don't get it twisted. I'll still steal your girl. Yeah. Yeah, some people sometimes tell me you got game. I don't know if I have game or not, but I have no problem talking to people. I have no problem, shooting at and making jokes and finding out where they're from and what they're about and asking questions and being open and honest and talking to them. And some people see that as having game. But for me, it's not having game. It's just being human. It's just being sociable. So I do tend to get a lot of people who think, you know, I'm trying to get in their pants just because we're having good conversation, and it's not the case. Especially females. If we just chit chatting and I'm talking, I'm like, oh, you look good, girl. You know, us and the other, we chit chatting and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing something. They think I'm trying to get in it, and I'm not. I'm just being sociable. I'm just being cordial, and I'm just being nice, trying to meet people, trying to enjoy people's company. So yeah, I think I'm getting behind again in the comments, but that's okay. The spirits are with me. It ached and gapped. Is that the whilst you create when you? I don't understand that. But the as oh Lord, did you crack somebody? I heard it from here. I heard it from. I don't know what that is. Hello, hello, hello to everybody who came in here, to everybody who's hanging out with me, everybody who's trolling, to everybody who's actually being nice. I really appreciate you all, and thank you so much for the likes. Most people are in the closet but want to seem all tough, so they go on the live streams like this and try to make fun because they're scared to come out. I don't know. Maybe. I feel like some people have fun just trolling people. You know what I'm saying? They enjoy it. And sometimes it has nothing to do with sexuality, but if that's what they see that's happening, they see somebody that is doing something they don't understand or that other people are against, they figure that's a good line of attack. So I understand it. Let me tell you the number of people that I have been chatting with and have been coming for me, and I usually just joke back. I don't care. Because again, it's not gonna pay my rent. It's not gonna put food in my first refrigerator. It's not gonna put shoes on my. So it doesn't really make me a difference, right? So I don't care. So I'm just joking back and forth with them, and most of the time they end up being, if not fans, people who come back and chat other times, and sometimes be actually nice. Because you don't need to troll in order to get attention. And I think a lot of times when people are trolling hard, it's because they want attention. They need attention. They lack that attention somewhere in their life, in their family, online. They just don't get it. So they need it. And that's the easiest way to get it. For me, a lot of times it's the easiest way to get blocked, because I'll block somebody in a minute. But I will try to be funny and stuff with them. And, just give them a little attention, a little love. Give them a little love. Give them a little love. Because we all need a little love. They be coping. They be coping. Yeah, they do. Why even care if someone is gay or straight? I don't know. Like, if you're not trying to sleep with them, then what difference does it make? Whatever. Okay, Dre, good one. I'm so sorry you lost your mom. Thank you. I appreciate that. It was so long ago. But she's still with me. I know her angels are watching over me, and I have her picture in my little corner over there. So she is always watching over me. I don't give up. Me neither. Ha ha ha. Is he gay or not? Doesn't matter. Only bro is happy. That's all that. Listen, I'm happy. So I've always been like a happy-go-lucky kind of person. Daddy wasn't there. My daddy actually was there. Actually, Trey. Hey, you still here? What's going on? I remember you from like a hour ago. I'm straight as fuck and love the gays. We appreciate an ally. Thank you so much. So you're Diddy? No, I'm not Diddy. Diddy? I don't know. There's always this discussion of like, is Diddy in the closet? Is he homosexual? Is he bisexual? I think Diddy is just an opportunist. And I feel like with the music and everything like that, can I have Monday until I got a band leader talking about he want to hold a date until Monday. I don't care. Yes, of course you can. But I'm not going to answer him because let's keep him in suspense. But at least for a little while. Um, but I think he's just an opportunist. I think he always has been. Very talented man. But I will say, why is it that people who have like genius level talent are always problematic in some way? Always. Look at R. Kelly. Look at, well, we're looking at Diddy. Look at Diddy. So many people who have genius level talent are very problematic. They've got other problems. Look at Kanye. Look at Kanye. The man is a freaking rap genius, right? But he's not. There's something in there that's off, and it doesn't jibe with the normal human consciousness. And a lot of people are like that. Look at Elon. I mean, just saying, you know, just, and I don't know what it is. And I've always I've heard so many things about people who were geniuses and people who were, just really, really talented at what they did. They always have had something, something just a little, and maybe you need that to rise above, to just be able to break out of everything and just swim on through. But then once you get through and you become famous, then people see like this person isn't all, they ain't quite, you know what I'm saying, socialized, humans. Like, if you can get away with things, and this is what we're talking about, the Epstein files, right? And I don't want to get shut down here, but when we talk about the Epstein files, a lot of these very, very wealthy people do these things because they can. Because they feel like they can get away with them because they have enough money to pay off enough people and to influence enough people and to bribe enough people in order to get away with the things that they're doing. And most often they do get away with it. Now, more recently, we've had the Me Too movement, and we have people really, all over the world calling people out, and continuing, hopefully now, to call for the Epstein files and to get these PD files, on record so that we can do what we need to do. Whoever's listening can do what they need to do. But like, there's something that it's something that has to do with excess, with having so much excess that you don't know what to do with it. And famous people have this sometimes too. I've been on tour with famous people, and often they get whatever they want, So if they decide, this little fine so-and-so here, but she or he is only 15, 16. Oh, they look old enough. Come here. And then that person is willing to throw themselves at you and give you whatever you want just to be around you. Then most people are going to do that at that level, So I try not to judge people too harshly. Try not to judge them too harshly. Sorry about your mom. Also, how'd you get your locks? These are not locks. They are twists, and I do my own hair. During the pandemic and the lockdowns, I started learning. Actually, just before the lockdown, somebody braided my hair for me, and of course, I was watching and stuff like that. And then we got locked down, so it comes apart. So I would put it back together. One would come down. I put it. Then I started taking one or two out and put them back up, and I would started watching YouTube videos to learn how to do it myself. Had a lot of time at home. So I was doing a lot of writing. I was doing a lot of hair. I was doing a lot of singing through songs, So I learned how to plait my hair. Then I learned how to cornrow. And then I learned how to do twists. And most of them are for watching YouTube videos and watching other people doing their hair in like lives and stuff. And they usually explain what they're doing and stuff like that. And you can ask questions. And then you find somebody who teaches the way you learn. Sometimes you have to go through a dozen, 2 dozen people, seeing them do it. And you're trying to not quite get it. And then somebody explains it and it snaps for you. It just clicks. And then boom, 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 you're off on your way and you can do whatever you want to do. So Right now, I can do the twist. I can do the double strand twist. I can do my cornrows. I can do plaits, and I want to learn how to do the. I'm practicing how to do the what do you call it? The comb twist, because those are like starter dreads to do the comb twist. But I'm gonna put them on and take them out. I don't want to have dreads, at least not right now. I want to be able to take them out and put them back up, and take them out and put them back up, which I did twice. I did once last year and I did once this year. I got them done and then I took them out after a few months. Hey, fine shit. Hey, what's going on? Hey, handsome. Thank you, Sean. Must like you. I don't know who Sean is. Oh, P. Diddy. I never met him. I never met him. And if I did, I might have went to the parties and stuff like that. Who knows? I mean, so many people say they wouldn't party with Diddy. Now, the same folks that said that they would not party with Diddy, now with they knowing what they know, would have gone to those parties at the time, because there was all kinds of celebrities there. There were all kind of opportunities. There were people, whatever. Everybody's camps were there doing their thing and getting the network and all that good stuff. So people were getting signed, being there. So people lie, saying that they wouldn't do it, but they would have done it. They would have done it. You ain't stealing nobody's girl. You never know about that, Sean. Now, you never know about that. T.S. Mental. I don't know what that means. I like you, Dre. Who is Dre? Who is Dre? I feel like you're almost a Costco Diddy. I don't understand that. Can I pimp you? You can get good money. No, thank you. No, thank you. If I didn't have a profession, maybe. But I'm a singer, songwriter, actor, author, poet, and I've been relatively successful. So I'm good. There's nothing like being able to do what you love for a living. And I hope that each and every one of you watching me gets to feel what that feels like. Because all my life, I wanted to be a singer. And I went to high school and college for music. And literally when I left school in my second year, I left college, moved to Chicago, and started singing in nightclubs and gay clubs, and started coaching drag queens on their performances, on their, they do all these kind of things and stuff like that. But sometimes they want help with interpretation of the text, and different ways to bring certain things out. And because I had dance, acting, and musical training, I was very well situated to help them for a little cash. So I've been very successful. I've traveled all over the world performing, in the States with TYA contracts when I first came to New York. And then I did like the Dream Girls national tour. And then I did the Smokey Joe's Cafe international tour. And I've done all kinds of stuff, sit downs in Germany and all these different performances. So I've been decently successful. In the last 20 something years, I've been performing with live bands, and we do The Wedding Singer. If you've seen The Wedding Singer, if you heard of The Wedding Singer, we do corporate events, we do parties, we do wealthy people's mansion parties and stuff like that, when they have live music. So it's always wonderful, and I'm consistently doing it, thank goodness. And I am actually preparing for a gig on Saturday. Even though I ain't got that much preparing, because I was looking today to see like if I need to work on anything and stuff like that. And we're doing all stuff. Like she already made like a full list, a run list of what we're going to be doing, which we probably won't stick to. But like we start out with it and then kind of play around depending on what the crowd is liking and not liking, or what they enjoy the most. So, and we go through different genres. We go through some classics. We go through always some Motown and disco, some 90s R&B, a lot of pop material, sometimes a little country, and a lot of hip hop. Yeah, so I'm very happy. I'm so happy. And people say this all the time. And even somebody that I've known for years, and he's a pianist, and he plays for churches. And the other day he was like, we were back and forth on Facebook, and he was talking about one of the videos that I put up on Facebook. And he was like, "Why are you always so happy, man?" And I was like, "I don't know. Maybe it's just because like I've literally gotten to do what I love to do for a living for like 30, 40 years now. I mean, like, who gets to do that?" And I know a lot of people do, but a lot of people don't. More people don't than do. So it's amazing. And I don't take a day for granted. I thank God every single day that like I found something that I loved when I was young and was able to pursue it all of my life. And I don't take that for granted. I never take that for granted. I absolutely love it. Even when there are things that might happen within the course of us performing or blah, 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 that I don't like, I always say, as long as I get up, be able to do my thing and the check is on time, I'm happy. I am ecstatic and over the moon. Give me my check, give me a chance to sing, and I'm good. Okay. So luckily I get a chance to do that quite often. And I do have quite a few gigs coming up. But the next one is Saturday, this coming Saturday. I'm busting to you right. Oh, stop it. Stop. Hold on a minute. I want you to be able to get a good one. Okay. Da 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 da. Ooh. Look. I feel like this looks just a little more muscular, and I don't know if it's because of the yoga. Maybe. I've been doing some yoga along with alternating. I have some weights at home, so I've been alternating doing some lifts, but also doing some ab work. And I think I'm nice and toned now for a 56-year-old baby. Most people be like, "Oh, look at that body. Look at that body. Oh, look at that body." Yeah, I'm a good boy. I'm a man though, but yeah, good boy. The more you open your mouth, the closer I get. Ooh, okay. I know you're probably joking and stuff like that, but I don't even mind because I saw a TikTok video not too long ago. It can't be about a few weeks ago where he was talking about, if you are a social media person and you are making videos and posting up, somebody has gotten it to you. Somebody has did the do looking at you. And when I think about it, it's like, oh my God, because I ain't gonna lie. I got a few people that I've watched that I've, spit one or two things to, because they're sexy. I mean, I find them attractive or whatever. So like I could, and I have on YouTube, I have 4 channels, right? On this page, this is my main page, I have probably 1,200 videos. On TikTok, over the last 3 years, I probably have over 1,200 videos. So that's a lot of videos. That's just 2 pages. That's just 2 channels. And I have 4 here, 2 on TikTok. Altogether, I think I have 8 different channels. So 4 here, 2 on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So I know somebody has. And I've done a few little sexier stuff in my underwear and stuff like that. I mean, no, I'm not gay, just funny saying did it. Oh, okay. Keep talking. Oh, thank you very much. I'm going to keep talking. I can talk, y'all. I could talk for hours and hours and hours. I'm just bored. What you bored? Why, Sean? Why you bored? What you trying to do? Looking? Busted. Oh, congratulations. I wish I had like the sound effects or something like that. So I could like, yay! You tired now? You got that post clarity. Did I say something hateful? I don't know. Did somebody say you said something hateful? How are you doing? I am doing wonderful, Sam Flurry. How are you doing? All over the screen. Oh, now you got to clean up. Ooh, that's the worst part of it. That's the worst part. I try to get it like right here. I try to get it right here. So now all I got to do is scoop it up, That's terrible. See, he got me acting bad. What's up? Ain't that much. What's going on? Can I pimp you? No, I keep telling you, ain't no pimping over here. Is everyone? Is everyone? No, everyone's not gay. Just joking, dog. You're a G. Thank you very much. I'm a human. I'm just a human. What's good, nephew? I don't know, Unc. What's going on? Do you watch Drag Race? I have. I didn't watch the first several seasons, but then some friends that I play cards with, like weekly. We have like a weekly thing that we do generally every Friday. Um, they started watching Drag Race. So like before the show, before the party, while they were, getting things together, we would generally watch Drag Race. So I've seen a few seasons, not a lot. I've probably seen 6 seasons. Um, but yeah, I do watch sometimes. Yeah, I think it's enjoyable. Did you watch this? The last season I watched was the one with it was a regular season with Lydia Butthole. Not the All Stars that she did right after that, but the one before that, the regular season. That's the last one that we watched together. I think they lost their Paramount Plus. They didn't want to play. They didn't want to pay for Paramount Plus or something like that. So we haven't been watching it since then. Oh, they want the attention their mama ain't giving them. Oh, maybe their mama ain't around. Maybe she working all the time and ain't got no chance to give them no attention. Give them a little rub or something like that. A little hello. Give them a little something, something. I need to get me some. Hold on one second. I can get me something to drink. My Sherry Amore. I had not planned to be on here this long, y'all. But y'all, I said if y'all be hanging out with me, then I'll hang out a little bit. I sure will, because I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm waiting for 12 o'clock to see what new music is going to be dropping. And then I'm going to make my way to the bed. Tomorrow I got to get up and do my yoga, do some vocal warm-ups, sing through a few songs. And then I'm done for the day. Like, I'm just waiting to go pick up my car and go drive out to Pennsylvania. Nephew, chill. Yeah, tell him. Nephew, chill. Who still up playing with they worm? A lot of guys can't go to sleep without playing with their worms. So quite a few. I don't have to. But now and then you just be like, okay, I'm ready to knock out, and that's the easiest way. You are really chill. Have a good stream. And thank you very much, Bessie. I try my best to be chill. I'll just be on here having a good time. I am Kanye. Are you a genius and crazy too? I have no regrets. No regrets. I don't blame you. You shouldn't. I mean, when you think about it, like, if you regret something, let's say it like this. I'm going to say it like this. I don't want to get too deep or anything like that. But everything that I've gone through in my lifetime has made me the person that I am today. The mistakes that I've made, hopefully I've learned from them. The things that I've had to go through have taught me things and made me stronger, built my character. So why should I regret those things? Because I'm a pretty cool person. I mean, I'm a really good guy. I'm not perfect, but I'm chill. I enjoy myself. I laugh a lot. I have friends who love me, and care about me and think about me. What more can you ask for in life? And I get to do what I love for a living, And not only that though, not only that, because I got to brag a little bit. Not only that, but my dad is still singing. Now he's 20 years older than me, so he's 70 something. I know exactly what, but I ain't gonna go there. But he's 70 something, so he's still performing. He's still flying around doing things, doing gigs. He does some of the legend shows from in Las Vegas, and they do like the Temptations and the Four Tops and blah blah blah. All those kind of things. So he still does that kind of thing. And I don't think I want to be doing that when I'm in my 70s, right? So about 10 years or more ago, I know I love storytelling. And I've always written short stories and things, but never really been serious about it. But I started actually going to regular classes to learn the craft of writing. So I feel like that's the next chapter of my life. And that's what I'm training for right now. While I'm performing, while I'm doing my thing, I'm training to be a writer. And I've had a few things published, luckily. And I've been submitting poetry, and I've been having stuff workshopped and meeting people. And that's my next thing that I want to do. And I have no doubt that it's going to happen because I'm laying the groundwork to make sure that it's happening. I have the talent. I just have to get my craft under my belt. If I can get my craft as strong as my singing craft, then I feel like I'll be doing a lot of great work, writing books, writing, op-ed pieces, submitting stuff for different publications and stuff like that while I'm sitting on the French Riviera or Puerto Vallarta or Aruba, enjoying a cocktail and writing my next big novel, I can't even speak, right? My next best New York Times bestseller. And that's where I'm going, I think, with my life. That's where I want to go. And and I think it's going to happen. I have no doubt it's going to happen because I'm laying the groundwork, and I've literally been working the last 10 years and continue to work. It's part of the industry. It's dark. Sometimes the industry is very dark. Difference between genius and crazy. What is the difference between? I can't really tell you. Most people who are considered geniuses, they have a really great. I'm trying not to use the big word propensity, but I'm trying to think of what's a regular word to use. They have a really great way of putting out or getting done the things that they need to get done, much better than anybody has ever done it. When I think of geniuses, I think of people like Einstein. I think of Shakespeare. I do think of Kanye as a rapper, as a genius. I think of people who have invented things like the wheel. You know what I'm saying? These kind of people, I think, are geniuses. They're not geniuses because they had the idea. They're geniuses because they had the idea and brought it to fruition. They brought it into real life, made it something usable before anybody else could, And then some people have so many things that they're great at, so many things that they discovered, so many things that they have enlightened the world about. You would call them a genius. Crazy people, on the other hand, generally have no focus. Sometimes they have 50 voices in their head speaking to them, and they can't get them to agree. So they get them to do crazy stuff. They get them to do, I don't know. When I think of somebody crazy, I think of somebody who can't control themselves. They can't control their emotions. They can't control their actions. They can't control their reactions. So they're just all over the place, And that's how I think of it. I could be wrong. I could be right. I could be wrong. I could be right. I could be right. That's how I think of it. I couldn't do a dissertation on it because it's just my opinion. What your first car? I have never bought a car. First car, never bought a car. I've been a car renter since I was young. But because I moved often and they're usually to cities where you don't need a car, I've never bought a car. And then, especially when I first came to New York, I was traveling. Like the first 6 months, I was working a job as a waiter on Fifth Avenue and making a lot of money, socking money away, getting all my materials and stuff together to start auditioning. Then I quit, started auditioning, and I started booking gigs. So then I was traveling a lot. So what do you need a car for when you're on the road for 3 months, 6 months, a year? So I never ended up buying a car. I live in New York. I don't need a car. I rent a car when I need one, and then I give it back. That way I don't have to deal with tickets and alternate sides of parking and insurance and so many other things. Wake up, white people. Yes, Lord, please wake up. See, that's a lot. Now, John, let me tell you, I can't be reading all of this. My sister gave birth today. Her baby came out black. Black. Should I never talk about my sister ever again in my life? Is she white or is she black? My little sister gave birth. I don't even know if I believe this story. I don't know if I believe this story. Who said yes? Where's distant my... you ain't gonna get me again. You ain't gonna get me again. Did you hear when I said it? When I said Dixon, did you hear it? Did you hear it? I hope you got to laugh if you did, because if you didn't, then you wasted time. Like, what's the reason of doing something and then you get it and then you don't have a laugh? This is helping me rub one. Okay. Hey, do what you feel. Do what you do. Do I have to do the other one? Da 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 da. Let me put my clothes back on. Y'all so fresh, as we used to call it. Say hi, your average Woo OTB player. Hey, hi, how you doing? Where you from? I pooped my. Ooh, that's terrible. Sound like our president. POV, the most toe curling back shot. Ooh, okay. Hey, Ken T. How many guys you slept? Ooh, because music is a gay business. Music is a gay business. How many guys have I slept with? None of your business. I'm not one of those to tell all their business, but let me tell you, how many long-term relationships have I had? Let me see. My last one was 7 years. The one before that was 2.5 years. The one before that was a year. The one before that was 9 months. Cause you see how we progressed as we got older. They got longer and longer. The one before that was 3. So I've had, let's say, half a dozen relationships. So I've slept with at least 6 people. How about that? Is that good for you? Hip hop. There is no such hip hop. Well, how many? Oh, okay. So Wick Leo Vaughn, hip hop. There is no such thing. What do you mean? There's no such thing as hip hop? Because there's a hip hop chart on Billboard. So that means there's such a thing as hip hop. I don't make the rules. Any gay is free. Are you looking for a date in here? You might find one because it seems like there's a few like-minded individuals up in here. You got to put in. You got to put like looking, and then you put in like, oh, I'm 34, 5'9", 172 pounds. You know how to do it. You've been on them apps. You know how to do it. Maybe you should ask God for 100 million instead of being grateful. Yes or no? I think in order to get 100 million, you have to be grateful for what you have first. And then maybe the 100 million will come your way. Yeah. I don't even know if I would ask for 100 million. I mean, I have because I played the lottery, right? When it gets to 100 million, that's when I start playing the Powerball. Under 100 million, I usually don't play it because I'm like, who wants $20 million? I want no 20 million. I want 100 million, 500 million. I don't want no 20 million. I take it, but like, whatever. You're very lucky. I feel like I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed, Danielle. Yes, I am. Fancy me thought I had my degree. You thought you had your degree? Well, you do have your degree. Don't you have your degree? If you don't have your degree, then you know you don't have your degree. I don't know what to do, the bad thing or a good thing. I could turn my head deep mud through. I don't know what you're talking about. But I would always choose to do the good thing unless it was getting busy. Then you want to be bad. Without weighting my net. I don't know what that means. My father pushed me so hard to make something of myself or learn some skill, and you just want to be a gay singer. Well, my father's a singer, so I grew up with him traveling the world. He's been traveling probably since I was like 3 years old. When he would come back, when he was in between tours and stuff, which I'm very familiar with now. So I guess he inspired me. I'm just like my dad. I mean, I'm the gay version of my dad. He's very, very straight, very much a womanizer, but or he was. He's married and all that and saved and a minister now. But back in the day, he was slinging that thing all over the place. He's got a bunch of childrens. Use me, daddy. Oh. Like what the pay in music business? The pay in the music business is up and down, round and around. It really is. It really is. It depends on what you're doing. It depends on how well you're entrenched in your whatever you do. It depends on who you know sometimes. It depends on a lot of different factors. I have actually been doing what I do, singing with live bands in New York for over 20 years now. So I command a pretty high salary. Um, so high that some people say it prices me out. But I have a minimum and I can't go below it because it doesn't do me any good. But there are people making a lot less. And there are people who are doing an 8 show week at a regional theater who are making less than I make in a day. So, but you just have to know. But again, I've been doing it over 20 years. So I didn't start out like that. Um, yeah. So it just depends. It just depends. You could be making nothing to making millions. You could be making and literally like I have all this music. So like now and then I'll get a check from my music. Now and then something will hit. I got a song placed in a movie. I got a song placed in a television show in Brazil. Now and then I'll get a check from that. Residuals. So I mean, you kind of cobble together a living. And you have checks hopefully coming from many different places. And then you have your regular gig, which for me is being the wedding singer. So that's my regular gig. That's my pay. That's my money gig that, pays the bills. Some people wait tables to pay the bills. Some people do real estate to pay the bills. Some people mop floors to pay the bills. You got to do what you got to do in order to do what you love to do. And I always tell people, I have the So You Want to Be a Singer series right here on YouTube where I teach other people how to get into the business of music, how to train, how to approach it, how to break through in either their area or their region or to move to another region in order to break through. And one of the things that I say is think about your side job. What's your side job? Because most people will need a side job their whole career. So you'll need your daily job that pays the basic bills. And then you'll be able to do what you love on the side. You make extra money here and there. You may make a lot of extra money here and there. But you still keep your little day job or whatever because you need to have a regular income. And some people need that. Some people need to have a regular income. Some people can't be like, oh, I'm making, thousands a week this month for the next 2 months, and then I don't have a job for 6 months. What am I going to do? Some people can't live like that. I did for a while, and I financed some of it with credit cards. So I would literally be doing what I needed to do with my credit cards, and then I would get a gig and I would pay them off. And then when I was off or whatever, hopefully for not too long, while I was auditioning and stuff like that, I'll be, again, doing the same thing, spending it up on my credit cards, the things that I needed with my credit cards. Then I would pay them off while I was doing my gig. That's how I financed my career. I don't understand something. It hid something that doesn't. Oh, that looks like a wing going into a. I see. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's the problem. What's the problem? Peekaboo, peekaboo. We love you here in Canada. Oh, thank you, Canada. I love you too. Even though y'all blocked me. Even though Canada blocked me. Last time I tried to go to Canada, they wouldn't even let me come into Canada. I was like, what the heck is going on? And so I had to stay in Watertown over the weekend while my friend went to Canada to do some business. I was like, what the heck? But I haven't tried to go to Canada in years now. So I don't know, it might be different now. Bet I'm always bored. I'm sorry. If you're always bored, you need to find things that you're interested in. So like, for instance, me, I'm almost never bored because I'm always doing something. I have things on YouTube that I save for later. Like right now, let me just take a look. Let's see what's in my watch later playlist. What's in my watch later playlist? I have Norman Is That You, which is a movie. I have Ed Sheeran Tiny Desk Concert. I have I watched those already. We Will Target You, blah blah blah. So I watched those. But like I have things that I can watch that I've saved for later. If I'm bored, if I have nothing to do. I always have things that I could be writing. there's always TikTok. I'm watching TikTok and picking up a little, a little this, that, and the other. Always learning something if I can't be watching something. I have poetry that I need to listen to or read in a little playlist in my email because I get poetry a day, every day from, I think it's poets.org, but it's the National Poetry Association. So like I don't read it every day like I should, but I try to wait until I get like three of them and then I'll listen to those three or I'll read those three at once, So there's always something to do for me. If I'm bored or if I'm not doing anything, it's generally because I just don't want to do anything. Cause I just sit here. And being a content creator, there's always ideas that I've written down. There's always things that I've sung into my phone that I need to flesh out, that I need to work out. There's always something to do, and I don't have enough time to get around to all of it ever. So I don't ever feel like I'm bored, So you have to find things that you're interested in, find things that you want to do, save things that you're like, oh, I want to come back to that later. Or there's a movie I want to see, but I don't have time to see it right now. Let me save that, and then maybe I can pull it later. There's all kinds of ways that and I'm a Virgo, so I make lists. I make lists of lists of lists of lists of lists. So like I can always go to a list and be like, oh, I need to go do so and so and so. If I've got nothing to do or if I'm feeling bored. Like I said, but I never feel bored. I don't remember the last time I felt bored. Glove 300. Are you kidding? Are you joking me? What does that mean? Glove 300. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Yep, rest in something. You're funny. Hey, thank you for the sub, Danielle. I try to be. Let me tell you what I do on this page. This is my main channel. I have 4 of them on YouTube. This is my main. And I call it music, comedy, and advice. So I do some singing, some original material, some cover songs, some parodies, some song parodies. I do advice. I have my So You Want to Be a Singer series, where I try to coach other people who think they might want to be a singer through being a singer. I haven't done one of those videos in a while because I have over 100 in the series, and I pretty much think I've said everything I need to say. But now and then, something comes up that has never come up before, and then I'll talk about how I handled it and how you might handle it, a few ways you might handle it or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. So, and then I have my comedy stuff, and I do comedy skits. So generally it's memes and stuff like that. But I just did 3 different skits, and they are actually about Jimmy Kimmel being fired for his Charlie Kirk comments. And they're very closely related because I wrote them all with the help of ChatGPT. I really did. I asked it for a scenario and then changed it a few times. And then, then I added my own stuff in there and pulled out some of the corny stuff that it said. But I did leave in a few things that I shouldn't have because I was trying to do it too fast. But whatever. I did 3 skits, 2-person skits. So hopefully you go check them out and say hello and let me know what you think. One of them actually no, that's not what went viral. What went viral? I had a video go viral this week. It was demographically uncooperative. It was me lip syncing to somebody's thing about the Civil War is now canceled. So go check that out. It's got 104,000 views. It literally got like 100,000 views in about 8 hours. Viral. So I was very happy with it. And I didn't know it was going to get that kind of views. And you never know. You never know what people are going to resonate with and how they're going to like it or not. But I liked the sound when I heard it. I thought it was very, very funny. So I decided to do it. The crazy thing is it got 100,000 views here on YouTube. It got like 300 on TikTok. It got about 600 on Instagram. It got 100 and something on Facebook. So like, you never know. Like what? Why? That's crazy. If it resonates that much on one, why doesn't it on the others? Who knows? I don't know. So yeah. Thank you. Women like it but they don't know it yet. Well, some know it because some do it. I remember the first time a woman asked me to do her in the back door. I was 17. I'll never forget you, Lisa. Oh God, bro, Natty dreadlocks. Where you come from? I'm from New York City. They're not dreads, they're twists. I got flat twists. I am trying to look at all of your messages. Olivia Butthole, yeah, Olivia Butthole Collins was a competitor on Drag Race. Go where I can get it right. I don't know what that means. Trust me, I made them all. I got you. Okay. Pinch and roll for I think I must be getting drunk and I'm not even drinking that because I ain't understand what some of y'all are saying. What are you saying? Good, good. Okay, good. Are y'all talking to each other? I have a feeling y'all talking to each other because I always drive. Sorry for wasting time. I don't need to drive. I have the subway in New York. No one, Deba, a Deba. Hello, how's your day, man? You doing good so far? I am doing wonderful so far. Thank you for asking, Ignacio Suarez. I appreciate that. That's cool as hell. Your dad is still performing? Yes, my dad is still performing at 70 something years old. He actually was, what was it? Was it Sunday? He had three performances. So he performed at two churches and then he had an afternoon gig. I don't know what kind of gig it was, but I'm thinking it was like a brunch or something. I didn't get a chance to ask him. 6'7", hey, 6'7", manifesting with some faith all night. That's what I'm saying. You got to manifest. But not only do you manifest with faith, with faith, you also got to put in the work. You know, he said, you take one step and I'll take two. So you got to take those first few steps in order to, you know, boom, 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 get it started. My bad, you had been supposed to break character. What character is that? Just a quick one. Hey, handsome. Hey, I know you're talking to me when you say that. Opinions on Uncle Ruckus? I don't really have no opinions on Uncle Ruckus. Yeah, sounds about right. I mean, right? Hi, hey, vlogs. Hey, vlogs. I have a vlog channel, Robert Anton Vlogs. Message is sponge is black. Yeah, I talk to you. That's all I'm saying. No. Okay, it's about time for me to go because y'all have arguments that I can't even see what y'all talking about. We are the Alex, the mighty Alex in your town, drinking water, taking your women, super crew. Is that? Yes, Jesus loves you. Okay. So I gotta save my voice now from now on. Yo, hey baby, nice lips, thank you. I got them from my papa. Nice lips, thank you. I got them from my papa. But why do you hate Charlie Kirk? I don't hate anybody. There's literally nobody on this earth that I hate. No. Now, there are people I don't like. There are people I don't care for. It's nobody that I hate. No, don't get it twisted. I just don't want to be average. Don't want to be average. No, I just want to reach the charge with DJ. No, no, no. Sponge, what's going on over there? Are you okay? Are you all right? Snoop Dogg, yeah, yeah, but I know all of them, so I steal from you, and I'm sorry, so I'm gonna say looking. Fart. Shake those chocolate cheeks. Oh. That's a mess right there. Your head's so big. I don't know. It might look big on camera, but like it's very proportionate to my body. Shake those. Oh, very savvy. Yes, thank you very much. New picture is coming in 2 minutes. All right. The new Timu picture is coming. Okay. Have you watched Raiders of the Lost Ark? Many, probably 2 decades ago. There. We look alike. Who? Who look alike? Gay black mommy. I don't know what that means. Only boring people are bored. Some people say that. Some people say that. Because if you're by yourself and you're bored, but I don't necessarily believe in that. Sometimes people just don't have nothing to do. They don't have any focus. How big is it? Pretty big. You look sexually stressed, baby. Can I help you? No, I'm not sexually stressed. Because let me tell you, I got cracked today. Woo-oo. And then I came home and took a nap. We look alike. Who look alike? You definitely have A's. No, nope, I don't. And if I did, what would be like if I did, what would that have to do with you? Like, I don't understand. Like, why? That's stupid. Anyway, you can serve me in my chair. Okay. It's a 3 millimeter defeater. What does that mean? Coolest kid ever. Hi, what's going on, coolest kid? Keeping it real, welfare gangster. Oh yeah, who is that? Manifest, I big booty Latina. Okay, 2L of soda a day keeps the doc away. This is tea. Tea, a little tea and honey with a little lemon in it. That's what us singers do. 6767. Yes, I heard you. You mean white? I don't know what that means. Mighty white of you. Hey, why would you know what? You did the thumbs up. Why would they hide that? I don't understand that. Oh, you did it in different colors. I do that. I do that. But I usually have just like three colors. Why would they hide that? That doesn't make no sense. Hey, for hi, Pakistan, Momina Sahid. Are you the Lorax? No, I wish I was. He's making a lot of money. Are you interested in philosophy? United States of Israel. I know that's right. I don't understand it. Tell us about the Jews. I have no idea. I know some Jews. I have some very good friends who are Jews, but you can never put like everybody in the same box. And the friends that I have, I do not believe that they're Zionists, but they are Jewish. Did you know Imran Khan? Imran Khan, it can't be who I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of somebody else. He plays saxophone. I think I know somebody whose name is Imran. He plays saxophone. Antifascista. I don't know. How can you vote Zionist? I'm not saying that, Thomas. They done got me once today. I'm not saying that. You say it. Oh. Okay, y'all. I have been on here almost 2 hours. I don't remember the last time I was on live for 2 hours. Y'all have kept me very much entertained. But I think it's time to go to bed. Well, actually, I'm not going to bed because I have to wait till 12 o'clock and see what new music is coming out. I have something I want to post at midnight, but I want to post it on the right song, right? And now I'm going to be distracted. What's going on? We got a lot of hell for reviews up in here. I heard black people have big. Some do, some don't. Do you eat? No, I don't. It's good with some corned beef hash and cabbage. Ooh, that's disgusting. Durand, do you sing? Because your show making a lot of noise, but like the party itself is uncomplicit. Okay, so this is not my political channel. So if we all gonna be talking politics, I'm about to go. And I was going in like 7 minutes anyway, but like I'm not really talking politics right now. Sometimes you need a break. I mean, it's because especially I don't know if y'all is from who is from the U.S. Who in here from the U.S.? I don't know more like from gorillas. There's so much bad news right now. You're a Kiwi? Kiwi? There's so much bad news right now. Sometimes you just need to take a break. And it's hard because people really want to I think people really want to talk about things that are like in the news and stuff like that. But it's like give me a break. I start out in the morning with news. So I just be trying to take a little bit of a break every now and then. Mm. How tall are you? I am over 5 feet. Colorado, Danielle, yeah. I mean, it's a daily thing, and it's especially with this administration. There's not one day that we have a rest, not one, and I don't understand it. What do you do for a living? I'm a singer, songwriter, actor, author, poet. My day job, I'm the wedding singer. I've had a wonderful day. Turtles, turtles are so cute. Thank you, Miss Sarah. You just gave me a laugh. How much do you earn monthly? None, yeah. Enough to pay my rent and bills and have a little bit left over to go have a good time. None, yeah. That's what my grandmama would say. None, yeah. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, baby. But I do well enough. I haven't been starving. I've been in the place that I live for 20. Oh my God. What's this? 2020. This is 2025, 2003. For 23 years now. And I've got my new lease already. I'm about to sign my new lease. So I'm very happy, very stable. No, I don't have wife and kids, so I don't have to worry about paying for nobody's junk. He said, none of your business. I'm broke, gang. Yeah, okay, I ain't broke, though. I got coins. Hey, what's going on, Jedediah Productions? I say that to my kids all the time. I know that's right. None ya. How much you got? None ya. None ya. Jedediah Productions. We actually did a collaboration. We did a song, Live Forever. A Christian tinged song. And it's beautiful, and I still listen to it every now and then to this day. Have you tried shawarma? Yes, I have tried shawarma. It's okay. Why you didn't get married yet? Because, okay, do we want to get into that? I don't know if I want to get into that, though. Let's just say my last relationship was 7 years, and it didn't work out. So we could have gotten married, but it didn't work out. Not to break your bubble here, but you've been in your house longer than my whole life, gang. I'm 20. Ooh! All right now. But that says something. Yes, I am very comfortable. Well, let me tell you why I've been here so long, too. Because I'm in a rent-stabilized apartment in New York, in Manhattan, nonetheless. Uptown, upper Manhattan. So they can only go up on the rent, like, every year. Very, very little, right? There's a small percentage. So I know people who have gone up almost as much in 1 year when they re-signed their lease as I have in the last 20 years. So literally it's been under $400. My rent has gone up in 23 years. So I ain't planning on going nowhere as long as, now if I hit the lottery or something, if I become a millionaire, then yeah, I might move somewhere else. Then again, I might not. I might just live here and renovate. You know what I'm saying? I might stay where I'm staying. You know what? Then I can go, rent out a penthouse somewhere for like a week or a month, and then I can come back to my little digs over here. You know what I'm saying? Where it's inexpensive. Why didn't you marry? I just told you that. Send them all to your dad. Hopefully he don't break your neck. Shawarma or burrito? I would say burrito. You are a joy to watch. Thank you very much, Phoenix Jones. You guys have been so much a joy just to hang out with. Do you marry men or women? I don't marry anybody. Keep it up, dog. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully you're checking out the videos too. I've mostly been posting like a lot of people. I've mostly been posting shorts, YouTube Shorts because like you post up a regular video and it doesn't do that well. But then you post up a short and you get 100,000 views. Like I got 100,000 views this week on a short. Now they've gone back to 1,000 or 2,000, but it's crazy. I don't, it is what it is. 5 years for me and been single for 3, and we vibe. Yep, 7 years for me, and I've been single probably for 10 now. I've dated since then, but I haven't gotten into anything serious. I don't know any gang signs. Can you show me some? Do I believe in conspiracy theories and which ones? Okay, I can't talk politics right now, so catch me another time. Because I believe definitely one conspiracy theory right now. Rare when leave law are broken, but yeah, okay. Rest in peace, me, when laws are broken, but okay. West Hollywood, California, hey in the Thank you. You look like Snoop. I think I look better than Snoop. I mean, I kind of get it, but I think I think I'm handsome. I'm more handsome than Snoop. A fox can be cute, and my cat, my kitty cat, my kitty cat. Put your okay. Let's do this. Put your thumb and index in a C, like that. Is it like that? The glasses make me look like him, or they don't make me look like him. I can't see the words on the screen without the glasses. Wrong finger. That thing is that finger. A weirdo, yeah. But whatever. My whole thing, my whole thing in interactions with anyone, which I try at all times, is to understand that like you don't know what they're going through, what's their mindset, what may have just happened to them that triggered them. So you want to be kind of empathetic towards other people's feelings. And it's difficult sometimes. But I think for me, a lot of times I've gotten better, and you have to practice. You have to practice. You have to practice. It just doesn't come, you have to practice thinking to yourself, what has this person been through? Like, what's their problem? What happened to them? You know what I'm saying? Because it's you. Sometimes people lash out, not even because they want to, but something with that ego inside of them is hurting, and they feel the need to lash out. It's almost like subconscious, and so it's difficult. But yeah, you have to have a little empathy and just try to chill and not to be too reactive, because again, you never know what somebody's going through. You never know what somebody's going through. I'm not making no more gas because you're gonna get me in trouble with YouTube, and then they ain't gonna let me go live, and then like then I'm gonna be really sad and I'm gonna be crying, and then I'm gonna be going on other people's live, and I'm gonna start what you calling it? This person about to make them a little thing. Come on with it, Caesarean. I see you, girl. I see you, girl. Now, this is the kind of person that I just block. Because I want to be, nice to everybody. But some people you can't be nice to. And I know if somebody coming in talking like that, I don't care what they're going through. They're trying to hurt my feelings. And I don't want my feelings to be hurt. Hi, man. I cannot say that. I'm sorry, and I want to be playing with your name. We ain't leaving. YouTube can't stop you. Did I say I was leaving? I gotta go, y'all. I didn't mean to hide you, Rosie. I was trying to hide this other person who was saying the N-word. Yeah, that one. See, Sarisinism about. And my phone's about to die now. And then they're going to say, don't block me. Ciao. Make circle from your mouth. And I'm not doing that. You try to get me in trouble. You don't have to take that. Right. You ain't got to take that. This is my channel. That's the first person that I don't even know if I blocked him or not. But I tried to. See, I'm so bad on here. I don't even know how to block somebody. I don't even know how to block somebody because I usually don't do it. No, I got to charge my phone. Yeah. Well, it's going to die. It's at 15% now. Thank you for the reporting. Thank you, my friend. I just block and delete. I ain't got time for that. Anybody got time for that? Anybody got time for that? They obviously going through some problems in their life. I would keep the party going, but my phone is about to die, and I got to be ready to post this video at midnight. And I'm probably going to post it on my phone. Because you know, why when you're trying to post a video, why it don't work right on the laptop no more? It only works right from the, even like YouTube. I try to post a YouTube video, and I look at it, and it don't post right from my laptop. Why are so many black people racist? Only racism I see. If that's the only racism you see, baby, then you ain't looking. You just ain't looking. Just period. You ain't looking. Excuse me. I feel like these glasses, I mean, I like these glasses, but like, if you have them on too long, they like feel really heavy on my face. They look good though. And they're not even Foster Grant. They're like some cheap glasses I got for $3.99 at the dollar store or something like that. And I got 2 pair. Because they're just reading glasses. It's not like, and I don't even wear these outside. I do now have a pair that I keep in my bag because I might need to read something, coming and going or something like that. But like, I don't have them. Why is that? Is it why the Trebler talks? Why you want to know? Why you want to know? You trying to get some of this good stuff? Get some Cartiers, baby. I can't afford Cartier. Now, let me tell you, one of the reasons why my coins is good and stuff like that is because I don't be trying to keep up with the Joneses. I don't be just buying all kind of crazy stuff, because it's expensive. No. Them look like they from $5.99 to, okay, see, come on now. They don't look like $3.99. They look like $5.99. Okay, yes, go on. I ain't mad at you. I was watching a stream on my other phone, and this grandma was cooking. Then some dude said, "Let me see," and she dropped her own. Now you know that's a mess. Your upset is terrible. Now you know why y'all try to mess with my eyesight. My eyesight is fine. I just can't read small print. Cause them small prints ain't worth it anyway. Let me stop. I'm take them. Josiah, if I take these glasses off, I will not be able to see your rude comment. So I'm not gonna take them off because I want to be able to see what you say to me, baby. $6.99. No, they were three. I think they were either $3.99 or $4.99. I think they were $3.99 though. They do. Okay, well, buy me. You know you gonna buy me a pair. Now, if you buy me a pair of Cartier, baby, then I'll wear them. Let me give you my PO box, cause I ain't got Cartier money. I just ain't. That's rent money. Josiah, slow down. God bless America, my home, sweet home. It's hard sometimes. Let me tell you, it's hard. But yes, this is home. This is home. I'm a new subscriber. Hey, dog, what's up? Make sure to go to my latest video and say, hey, what's going on? I'm a new subscriber. Always hard. NIA, did you see? I don't know what that means. Fly high, fly. What should be it? What was that? Fly, Charlie, fly. Right up to the sky. I'm not talking about that. Okay. See, y'all trying to rope me in. Y'all trying, my phone gonna die. Now, if this thing just go off, I didn't shut y'all off. It's because the phone died. Fly me to the moon. What are you going to be doing tonight? I am going to be going to sleep tonight. What are you going to be doing tonight? You love me? Do you really love? Do you love me? Do you love me? Love is as love does. Who's that? Who said that? Besides be on here. I'm going to bed. I'm going to listen to whatever new music comes out. I'm going to attach one of my videos to it, and then I am going my behind to bed. You know the answer deep inside of you? Well, then take that as a yes or a no. I don't know. You live in the projects? Actually, no. But let me tell you something about my building. Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to talk about because I got to save my voice. I got a gig on Saturday and I got to be singing in the rain. I got to sing, right? Okay, so let me tell you something about my building. No, it's not the project. But when I was looking for an apartment back in the 2000s, early 2000s, I was looking all over. I wanted to live in Manhattan. I knew I wanted to live in Manhattan. So, I was asking friends and stuff like that. So I was going over to a friend's house and he met me at the train and then we were walking past this building. He was like, oh, don't even look there because that's a drug building. And I was like, what? So I grew up in a drug neighborhood. I ain't gonna even tell no lies. It was a ghetto and it was a drug neighborhood, And so I'm used to being around the drug dealers and the gangbangers and all this good thing. So I was like, what that said to me was cheaper rent. So of course I found out who was the agent and all blah, blah, blah. And lined up to find out if I could see some of the apartments and what they had and all that good stuff. So, and it's an old pre-war building, it's beautiful, especially outside. It's got this exposed brick, blah, 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 all this different stuff. So they said they only had, what do you call it? They only had studios available. But I said, I'll take a look in it. They said, we have some really big studios. And I was like, I'll take a look. So I'm walking around, I'm looking. And there's mostly studios, and I'm just not really interested, And so I walk into an open door, and there's this big room. And I'm looking up, and it's got high ceilings and all this stuff. And I see another door. And so I go into the next room, and it's just as big. And it's, again, got high ceilings. And I was like, is this available? And the guy who was showing the apartments was like, he called down to the super, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah, if the door is open, it's available. I said, I'll take it. Robert didn't know how much it cost. Robert didn't know nothing. Robert just knew it was in Manhattan. It had 2 big rooms. It had a bathtub, and and it was in a drug building, which meant it was probably going to be cheaper. And it was under $1,000 a month, which is what I was looking for. Under 1,000. Let me tell you, when you pray for something, you ask for something, and you go out and start looking around, you will find what you are looking for. Okay? I am a strong advocate for prayer. And I don't care if you're praying to God, if you're praying to the ancestors, if you're praying to the spirits, if you're praying to the universe, whatever you pray to, whatever you believe in, if you believe strong enough, you can manifest it. You have to do the work now. You can't just ask and just sit there and do nothing. You've got to go out there and start working towards it. But if you really believe and you're working towards it, you will find it. Because I found this and everybody told me, everybody, oh, you'll never find something in Manhattan for under $1,000, especially if it's not a studio. You'll never, never, never. Baby, when I found this apartment, what was people's faces? My friends. They walk it. You living by yourself? Yes, I do. And it's rent stabilized. And yes, it was a drug dealer. Yes, somebody was living across the hall from me selling whatever they were selling. Now, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I mind my business. I go about what I got to do. I ain't snitching on nobody. You do your business, I do my business. We go about our business, right? And that's how I've always been. And 23 years later, I'm still here. They're gone. They cleaned them out. Well, they had to do several times, right? We've had busts in here at least 3 times in my building, at least 3 times over the last 20 years. But eventually, they cleared it all out, and now it's a respectable building. So that's my last story for tonight. And I am going to read your comments, and then I'm going to get up out of here. What are you doing tonight? We love you. Be sad. Bada bada. You live in the projects like I know the answer deep down. My movie, because me, always on. I was gonna goon. Oop, okay. You is a way better. Well, I'm glad to hear that now. And somebody said they was doing that earlier while we were, but that's your business. Keep it to yourself. Unless you're gonna put it on camera and show me, then okay. I might take a look. I'm nosy. I am having a great evening. Thank you, Gabriel Garcia. He just like me, for real, okay? Get a top denture. I got all my teeth. What I need a denture for? Love you, Austin. Oh, y'all hooking up here in the comments? Let me find out. Somebody be talking about they getting married. We met in Robert Anton's comments. It holding me back for hours. The price sounds unheard of. It's not unheard of, but it was difficult. And there's a lot of rent stabilized apartments in New York, but people don't generally leave them unless they die, or unless they get arrested or something and they ain't got no choice but to move or something like that. So you got to be on top of your, game if you're going to find it. And luckily, I followed my heart and found it. The price sounds on how you feel about the D. David. I don't know anything about the David thing, even though I know, the guy the woman in his car, I think he did it, but okay. And he wrote a song about it, but that's right. I mind my business. You mind your business. There are so many times where people, if they live, they live in their neighborhoods, and they even live in rough neighborhoods. They mind their business and they never have any problems their whole lifetime. It's once you get into other folks' business that you start having a problem. Were you big man neighbor? I don't know what that means. Yo, it's Martin Luther King. No, it's not. Malcolm X. No, it's not. Ha ha. Did you like I love fried chicken. 6-7. And that's it for the night. I thank you so much for hanging out with me. I thank you for the likes. I really appreciate you. SYBAO. Yes, I am about to Anton myself up out of here. Take care of yourself. Be well. I hope to see you again soon. Really, really enjoyed hanging out with you. If I get a chance, I might be able to stream a little bit of my gig because I'm with a band leader, and she is very much a social media person. So you might get a little performance. We might get a little bit of a performance up in the piece. But that would be Saturday night, New York City time. About when do we start? 7? No, we started 7. 7 till 11. So I would say 8 o'clock, between 8 and 11, I might get a little chance to stream a little bit. So yeah, if you want to check around at that time, check back on Saturday and you might see some live performance with me, Robert Anton. Take care. Peace. When did you decide to become? Never decided. It just happened. It just happened.